Hi guys, welcome back to the course on daily MCQs on English comprehension skills. This lesson is presented by me, Palak Sharma, your educator for English category at Unacademy. So here are a few things about me. I'm an economics honors student pursuing economics honors from Sophia College. I am a poet at heart and a content developer. I am a global youth ambassador at A World at School. I am a mixture of Keynes and Shakespeare because I love economics and I love English too. And please rate, review, recommend and share this course as much as you can because your ratings and your reviews will help us know if we are doing the right thing, if we are going on the right path, the right track. And if we're not going on the right thing, then we'll surely come to it if you will recommend something to us. And do write your doubts and queries in the comment section. I'm always open to answer them. You can also put your questions in the Q&A section. We are definitely going to answer them soon. So you can follow me on Unacademy if you like these lessons. Here's the link. Now we start with the first MCQ without any delay. So as usual, the first MCQ will be some parts of sentences have errors and some have none. Find out which part of a sentence has an error and choose that part as your answer. So the question this time is what you do in the evenings. The first option is what you, second is do in the, C is evenings, and D is no error. So you can take your time to think of the answer. Yeah. So the answer to this question is what you. Because instead of what you, it should be what do you. So we can say it again this way. What do you do in the evenings? What you do in the evenings, here we do not have a verb. We do not have a verb to complete the sentence. The sentence का कोई verb ही नहीं है, कोई काम ही नहीं हो रहा है. So there is no completion. ये जो यहाँ पे do है, this is for the subject. This is for you. लेकिन the question जो पूछा गया question उसका verb तो है ही नहीं. And for that we need to find what is the verb. So this verb is missing in this sentence, in this part of the sentence. So the incorrect part is part A, and therefore we have got the answer as part A of the sentence, which is incorrect, which is wrong, which has an error. Moving on to MCQ 2. Out of the four alternatives, choose the one which best expresses the meaning of the given word. So this time it's meaning. Now the word is inevitable. Option A, optional. Option B, necessary. Option C, countable. Option D, enviable. Now you have to find the meaning of the word inevitable, the closest one out of these four. So take your time to think the answer. Yeah, so the answer to this question is necessary. Something which is inevitable, जिसे आप टाल नहीं सकते हो, which cannot be postponed, that thing is inevitable, and therefore the correct answer is necessary. Something which cannot be delayed, something which cannot be postponed, and that thing is necessary for us. So therefore we know inevitable stands for necessary. The correct answer is option B. अब the rest of the options they will go through them once. First was optional. The first A, optional, was optional, and the one which is nearest to the meaning of the word optional is voluntary. So whenever we read optional somewhere, we know that this is voluntary. Okay. Then we have necessary, which is already inevitable. Then we have countable, and countable के लिए the word is enumerable, something which can be numerated. आप numbers में जैसे count कर सकते हो, that is enumerable. Then the last one we had enviable, and the answer to this is desirable. Something which is desirable is enviable. So we now know four different words and their meanings or their synonyms we can say. So we first of all know inevitable का मतलब है necessary. We have optional which means voluntary. Which we have countable which means enumerable. We have enviable which means desirable. So we have learned four words and their four different meanings. Then we move on to MCQ 3rd. Choose the word opposite in meaning to the given word. So this time it is opposite, which means we are going for antonyms. Okay. The option, like the question this time is relish. The word is relish. We have to find the word out of these four, which is opposite to the meaning of relish. So the option A is tolerate. Option B, refuse. Option C, disgust. Option D, relent. So we will now move on to the answer. The answer to this question is disgust. So we now know that relish means to enjoy something. Okay, to किसी चीज को enjoy करना relish करना होता है, and the opposite of relish is disgust. Disgust feel करना मतलब आप किसी चीज के लिए hate feel कर रहे हो, you are not liking something, and that thing is disgust. So if you're liking something, you are relishing it. If you're not liking it, you are feeling disgusted by it. So these are like opposite to each other, antonyms to each other. For the rest of the options, we have these things. Like for relent, the opposite is harden. Like something which is easy to do, it's relent. And for hardening, we have something tough. For tolerating something, you're bearing something. Forbidding something, you are not allowing something to happen. So the opposite of tolerate, nearest opposite to tolerate is forbid. That is what I found on the internet, and as well as many like these Macmillan thesauruses and dictionaries. Then the third one is refuse, and the opposite of refuse is to accept. We all know this one, right? We'll revise once more. The opposite of disgust is relish. To relish something, to enjoy something. To feel hate towards something is to disgust something. Then we have relent, something which is easy. Then we have harden, tough. Then we have tolerate, easily bearable. Then we have forbid, which we cannot bear. Then we have refuse. We refuse to something. We do not allow something to happen. Then we have accept, which means we are accepting it. We are allowing that thing to happen. Now we move on to MCQ 4th. 4 alternatives are given for the idiom and phrase. Choose the alternative which best expresses the meaning of the idiom or phrase. So this time the idiom which we have, or the phrase which we have, is to look into. The options are to observe, to search, to peep, or to investigate. Now these are very close options. It will make you a hard time for you. It will make a hard time for you to judge the correct option. So you can take your time, pause the video, not more than 10 seconds. And now we move on to the answer. The correct answer to this question is to investigate. So to look into means किसी चीज में आप investigate कर रहे हो, you are investigating some cases, then you are looking into some cases. For example, CID is looking into some cases, right? So all the rest of them are also very near to it. Like to observe, one can say that this could be the correct one, but observation is not looking into something. Searching, it's again not looking, it's looking for something. जब कुछ search करते हैं तब जो phrase use करते हैं वो into नहीं होता, for होता है. मतलब if you are looking for something, you will say you are searching for something. To peep, we do not have a phrase, I guess, for this thing. Then to investigate, that is to look into. To look into के लिए हमें पता है क्या मतलब है उसका. To investigate करना किसी चीज में, किसी भी चीज के लिए knowledge इकट्ठे करना. To observe करने का no. To search करने का नहीं. To look for होना चाहिए इसका. And to peep, no, we do not have any phrase for it. Now we move on to the 5th MCQ, the last MCQ for today. The question is, read the list of words given below in capitals and choose from the option A to D the word that is the nearest in meaning to the given word. So the word this time is ingest. Options: option A is enrage, option B invigorate, option C to absorb, option D burn up completely. So think of the answer, take your time, take 10 seconds. Yeah, so the correct answer to this question is to absorb. Now we can connect this to something like as we digest food, right? So digestion is just making it come down. Okay, digestion is making it come down, and the part which is like the word which stands for the absorption of food inside us is ingestion. So this ingestion and digestion, we know these are more or less related words. So now we'll remember कि सिर्फ अंदर ले जाना, just keeping it inside the processing, it's digestion, but the absorption part is ingestion. अंदर चला जाना, उसका अंदर just हो जाना, that is ingestion. Then we have rest of the 3 words, we'll go for them also. So the first one is enrage. Enrage means anger. You are enraged of something, आप गुस्सा हो, you're angry. Then we have invigorate, which means something which is inspiring, something which stimulates you to do something, and exalt. So invigorate means to inspire, to exalt, to stimulate. Then we have burn up completely, the last option which we had over here. So this stands for alarming, arousing, and ruffling. So if something alarms you, something arouses you, then it burns you up completely. And if something enrages you, it gives you anger and rage. If something invigorates you, it is inspiring, it is exalting, it is stimulating. So now we know ingest stands for absorbing, enrage stands for anger, invigorate stands for inspiration, and burning up completely stands for arousing. That is it. Now these are all the MCQs for today, the 5, and hope you are liking this course. Do rate, review, recommend, and share this lesson as much as you can. Give us a response and we'll try to respond to your response. And you can always put your doubts and your queries, your improvisations, the modifications you want in the course. Put them right down in the comment section, and do not forget the 3 R's and the S, you never should. And that's it for today. Thank you. Have a nice day.